All right, can you see me now? Can you see me? Can you see my screen? For example, if I put here the PowerPoint, can you see the PowerPoint? Oh, okay. It's not working. It supposedly it's already shared the screen. So if I put here, for example, the PowerPoint, it would work. PowerPoint. Okay, so I will start explaining again. So last week we had this discussion about the only thing that was not very comfortable for you was that we had too many marks on the final exam. Is that correct? So I went to speak with Saeed and with others that are organizing this emergency remote meeting. And yes, we can reduce the amount of marks from the final exam. So I agree with them that we will maintain the same assessment, just that the percentage will change. So now the lab reports in the exam 1 are already completed. So you have 20% for exam 1, 10% for the lab reports. Exam 2 would be substituted by the weekly assignments. So this is 20%. And the literature review, which was going to be the project, now you're going to do the 3,000-word literature review. This literature review will count not for 10% anymore, but now 20%. In this way, I can reduce the final exam, which will be a Moodle quiz, from 40 to 30%. Do you agree with this now, the ones present? Right here in the chat if you agree with this, please. If you have any other suggestions, this is to reduce the amount of marks on the final exam because it will be less risky for you guys. So by 4th of June, you will have not 60% of the marks, but 70% of the marks. There is another tool that Saeed suggested me that we could use for the exam. Instead of Moodle quiz, Saeed told me we should use test modes. I will check about that. I have not checked that yet. But anyway, before we finish the classes, we will make one practice of the exam, and we will see if it works fine. Before we move to the final exam, we will make a test with you guys, just a practice, just a practice with no marks. If it works fine, then we do it well. Otherwise, we change and we try to see what is working better. So I spoke with Saeed about this, the type of questions on the final exam, and he said that it's good that we have half of the questions open questions, half of the question multiple choice, and then it will be a little bit easier on you guys also. And there is going to be a fixed time for each question. If the question is very simple, it's going to be a small time. If the question is more complex, there is going to be more time. So that is the point of also making a practice exam. We're going to make a practice exam so you guys will know what to do in this case. Okay, so I will upload this file with the new percentage on the Moodle also for you guys to have access, and the other students that are not logged in, they can have access to this also. So today I already uploaded the lecture for soil bacteria. So the link is here for the video of the lecture, and also the PowerPoint is uploaded on the Moodle. And I am creating at the moment the assignment for soil bacteria, which will be similar to the assignment that you guys are filling up for soil fungi. So the deadline for soil fungi is today. I will give them to you late nights tonight to submit this. And tomorrow I will be marking the assignment for soil fungi. Do you have any questions for soil fungi? For the assignment or for the lecture? In the emails, I received a lot of questions about what was the taxonomic diversity. So taxonomic diversity is what is the problem on submitting the assignment? Can you elaborate on these problems? Metabolism is, when I talk about metabolism, I'm referring to the source of the carbon and the source of the energy. Yeah, the source of the carbon and the source of the energy. So namely, if it's a chemotroph or a phototroph, or if it's a heterotroph, or if it's an autotroph. And between the chemotrophs, you have chemoorganotrophs or you have chemolithotrophs. So for fungi, it's easy. They are all chemoorganotrophs, and they are all heterotrophs. There's no variety of metabolism for the fungi. They're all doing the same thing. They are organic matter decomposers. So this is one of the important things about the fungi. You don't have this variety of metabolism. But for bacteria, yes, you have a lot of variety of metabolism. So taxonomic diversity, what I mean by taxonomic diversity is between the different types of fungi. Let's say what is the proportion of Ascomycota and Zygomycota in the soil? Yeah, which one is more abundant? Yeah, or Basidiomycota. You can search this information. You will probably find that in general, always you will find that Ascomycota is much more abundant. Over 70% is Ascomycota. It's the most abundant one. Then Basidiomycota, and then Zygomycota. So this is what I wanted, the information that I want you to search on the web and in the lecture, and elaborate on your reports. This is what I mean by taxonomic diversity. Taxa, yeah. Okay, you put the question here on the chat, and I will answer. So when I mean taxa, is when you go in the tree of life and you have these different levels. You have kingdom, and you have phylum, you have class, family, genus, species. So when you go lower on the tree of life, you get more variety of taxa. But you can make the cut anywhere you want. You can make a phylum, you can make it a class or family, and you can talk about the diversity of these different taxa in the soil. Which one is more abundant? Which one is less abundant? So let me read the next question now. The next question is, fertilizing the soil reduces the chance of mycorrhiza fungi growth. Yes, mainly phosphorus fertilizer. Yeah, mainly phosphorus fertilizer. One of the central functions of mycorrhiza in soil is that this mycorrhiza is helping the plants to have access to the phosphorus. Why phosphorus? Phosphorus is an element with very low mobility in soils. It does not travel far in the soil solution. So what the plant needs is to explore more soil volume in order to get more phosphorus. And the mycorrhiza is helping the plants to do that. So as long as the plant is starving for phosphorus, the plant will allow the fungi to colonize the roots, because the fungi is giving the phosphorus to the plants. If the plant is not starving for phosphorus, then the plant will reject the fungi, and the fungi will not be able to colonize the root. So this is the association between the nutrient and the colonization of mycorrhiza. because the plant is using the mycorrhiza to acquire more nutrient, especially more phosphorus. But if the plant already has fertilizer with a lot of phosphorus, and they have enough nutrient, so why do they need the fungi? So they are giving energy for the fungi in exchange for those minerals. But if the plant already has easy access to the nutrients, they will not benefit the fungi in this interchange. They will be more selfish, and they will reject the association with the fungi. Colud have a question. Should we write about the abundant percentage of the groups? If you can, that's a good thing. If you put the taxonomic diversity in abundance of different groups, that is good also. 300 words is not enough to write an assignment because of the lot of information. So I want you to be concise, yeah? The 300 words is a way of asking you to just to give the critical information. I don't want you to, you can write a book about fungi. You can make several volumes of books about fungi. And I don't want you to do that. I just want you to give the central information about what is the taxonomic diversity, what is the function, what is the metabolism of this fungi in the soil. Why is that important? Yeah, why is the fungi important in the soil? So the idea is that you be concise, and then you use your own words as much as you can. Just communicate whatever you understood and whatever you think is more central for this subject, and I will see through your eyes what you think is the core of the soil fungi. And there's going to be a lot, yeah. So it's going to be fungi. Now this week is bacteria, and we have 27 students. And then imagine I have to read all of them. So if I allow to put 500, 1,000 words, it means I have to read too much. So it becomes exhausting for me. So 300 words is good for me, and it's good for you that you don't have to write too much about that also. So when it comes for the literature review, then you have 3,000 words. So there you should elaborate and be more careful and be more descriptive and use citations. But for the assignments, it's mostly make a short abstract about the subject, and then I will look at it, the core information, be concise, and that's all I want. Any other questions about the assignments or about the lecture in soil fungi? By mistake? Oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. So I uploaded the lecture for bacteria. So you guys will do the same thing. You know, put the attendance on the video. You put your name and your ID number, and then I will make the control. I will show you the control that I'm making here. So the college is asking me to see which students are interacting. So I mark here presence on the students that are putting their information on the video. And when the college asks, I will tell them these are the students that are not interacting, and these are the students that are interacting. But they, and also I will look now in the assignment, and I will make this interaction for the assignment also. And that will be my report for the college, you know, for the college. So by tomorrow, I will start marking the assignment for fungi, and you will have the assignment on soil bacteria. So yes, so the video from soil bacteria is already online. Put your name and ID so I can mark your presence, and use the video and the slides to prepare your assignment. And that is basically it. So I will upload the marks from your assignments as I'm correcting them. Meanwhile, you will be working on the next assignment from soil bacteria. Any other questions? Oh yes, saprophytic. Saprophytic is a name of any microbe that is decomposing organic matter. So this is what it means, the word saprophytic. You know, it's decomposing organic matter. So all fungi are saprophytic. Why? Because they're heterotrophs. They're chemoorganoheterotrophs. And because they are heterotrophs, they are decomposing organic matter. And all of them, because of that, they are saprophytic. This is related to their carbon and energy metabolism. So for each lecture, the next assignment will be the same assignment. There is this, you mean the marks? Yes, every assignment will have the same weight, and all of them together will account for 20%. Okay, all of the assignments together will be 20%, and each assignment will individually have the same weight. Okay, so I will put the marks on, let's say 90% or 95% or 100% or 85%, but at the end, that will be corresponding to 20% of the marks. Yeah, 20% of the marks. And the literature review, which is a group task, that will be another 20% of the marks. That is the change that we made this week. Any more questions? All right, so if there's no other question, then I will finish now uploading the assignment for bacteria, and I will request you to continue doing the same thing. Bring your questions about soil bacteria on the next Sunday. So we do the same thing. We have this online meet as we did today, and I can answer any questions about soil bacteria then, or even about fungi if you still have some questions about fungi. So we use this online live interaction for answering questions about the marking and about the subject. And I will leave you to see the lecture by yourselves on the YouTube. I will be uploading the lectures on the morning so you can see the lecture and make your assignments based on the lecture. And hopefully by next week we can make the test of the quiz simulating the final exam, so you guys will have some idea of how that's going to go. All right, any other questions? If there's no other questions, we can finish this now, and you will have the time to go over the video and the PowerPoint and work by yourselves on the assignments. All right, thank you very much for coming. And in this video this question and answer, I will also upload this to YouTube and share the link on the Moodle. For the other students that are not here, they can also see the video and get the information by themselves. All right, thank you very much. And I will stop recording now.